Welcome to my 1000th episode where I shall review The Matrix. We open on a series of raining green code and hear a bunch of voices over phone lines talking about the man Victor's the one. A bunch of cops burst into a hotel in the heart of the city. After that, a bunch of government goons collected the Futurist Agent Smith, or after one known as Trinity, played by Carrie-Anne Moss together, and their leader, played by Hugo Weaving, tries to stop her from escaping. And soon he changed across the rooftops to be one of my favorite opening action scenes of any movie. We're looking for someone named Neo, and we see him played by Keanu Reeves being paged in a chat line. Between the computer, the music, he's listening to his associate Troy. I think this film may be my ideal film that certainly ended in the 1990s, beginning of the millennium. And the rest is further when I look at the follow-ups later on down the line. After the chat tells Neo to follow the White Rabbit to give Troy a disc. Ask for $2,000 of data that he needs, and Troy declares him to be his own personal Jesus Christ. A little bit of foreshadowing there, given how many times I've seen this movie since I was 11. After that, Troy invites Neo here in a nightclub. Neo accepts a scene tattoo of a White Rabbit on a woman's shoulder. Bizarre, but still makes more sense as for the looking glass. We then cut to the nightclub where Neo meets Trinity and a scene to the Hot Rod Heroin remix with regular by Rob Zombie. Of course. It's the 90s, it must be industrial metal. A mixture of this music, techno, and Donnie's orchestra are an ideal score for this movie. After Trinity gives Neo a warning that people are looking for him, we cut to the next morning where he's reprimanded at work by his superior for not only being late, but also doing some C stuff off the clock. His boss tells him bluntly, "You can choose to be at your desk, on time, or you can choose to find yourself another job." Alarming me how close this movie and Office Space capture their workplace dynamics of that time frame. We'll get to that movie later in the near future. At his desk, Neo's civilian name is revealed to be Thomas Anderson, is given a FedEx package with a phone inside. Yes, kids, his jackknife phone was considered to be cutting edge in those days. No games, no texting, no camera, no video, mobile web, and the antenna was on the outside. Yet, because of this movie, people wanted one just as much as the latest iPhone and Android device. On the other hand, the voice of someone named Morpheus tells Neo to escape the office, but he ends get to him first, and that places a bug inside his navel. It's not just a tracer either, it actually looks like a metallic insect. That scene still freaks me out to this day. Fortunately, some Morpheus followers able to extract the bug the following night, leaving Neo Morpheus to a strange room. This point in my look at Dark City. Hey, this movie used all the same sets locations, to really what Chelsea's filming right after the crew of that movie. After explaining the scenario to Neo, Morpheus gives her choice. Take the blue pill, wake up in your bed like it's all a dream. Take the red pill, stay in Wonderland, I'll show you how far the rabbit hole goes. As already parallels, how this scene is taken on the years that followed, make your own assumptions. Because the most common meaning I've seen is like choosing between Charming and Squirtle. The scene with the mirror after, or Neo takes red pills, also noticing he really enjoys it, he establishes the point in the movie where nothing will be as it seems. As Cypher, played by Joe Pantoliano, puts it, better buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. After that, Neo is taken aboard their ship, Nebuchadnezzar and Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, introduces Neo to the rest of the crew. APOC, Switch, Cypher, Mouse, Tank, his older brother Dozer. Morpheus explains that great cataclysm caused machines to replace humans down at beings on Earth, and makes sure to keep them in the dark as a major source of energy source. As for that part, apparently there's more scientifically accurate explanation, but the executive next step thinking aliens will understand it. Yes, they will believe that people can do all these superhuman stunts and our worlds ultimately like create machines, but accurate expectation of energy? Are you mad? No one will accept that. The next day, Tank introduces himself as operator, and they begins putting together battery most other programs for experiments between Neo and Morpheus takes place. The fight choreography in this scene, like others, still quite impressive. And the serious motion coordinator is written in film. Yuan Wu Peng was worked on numerous action films, were produced in Hong Kong, and is still active today. However, trying to leave a possibility, how it doesn't work out so well. It comes up from his blood in his mouth. Full exchange between Neo and Morpheus easily an overarching theme throughout the film. That wasn't real, your mind makes it real. Morpheus points out a simple truth that the body can't live without the mind. The next way is to develop the Matrix further. He also points out Smiths are rogue programs bent on eliminating their resistance. Then the ship is attacked by a group of Sentinels, even though CGI has aged since 1989, the design is still quite freaky. As for Neo expressing confusion at the term EMP, it wasn't the most well-known at the time of release, but did get that way in years that followed. After the EMP fends off the Sentinels, Neo meets Cypher in the control room. This is a very key scene that turns out Cypher set up a meeting with Smith to turn the Sentinel with him exchange with their identity. As Cypher himself puts it, ignorance bliss. The next day after breakfast of a flavorless, nutrientless ooze, everyone heads in the Matrix to see Oracle after they enter her apartment. We see a group of children that exhibit psychic powers, leading to one of the most notable lines of the film. There is no spoon. Goes to suggest that this scene is one of many scenes that make the film a more faithful way have actually adaptation of Akira than numerous pins we've gotten so far. Just want to review that movie a while back. While the Oracle, played by Gloria Foster, is still doubtful Neo is the one, she does encourage him to keep training because of how important he is. As the Resistance enters a power plant, however, they realize it's been set up. The bonus is one of the agents who end up killing Mouse and capturing Morpheus. The action scene takes place superb. As the second act ends, the gunfight takes place in the stairwell shots of Wachowski's show direction. While the stories have had many various quality over the years, Ivor's Spectacle is still one of the best I've seen. The way they work with their favorite cinematographers, Bill Pope shows off his talent by innovative camera techniques, which also be apparent with his work in inspiring films that everyone in the world in the years that followed. Cypher then makes his way back to the real world, but he takes a tank and dozer and starts killing other resistance with one gloating about no less. Even though Cypher just makes Ivan stay in the Matrix, his actions in the scene make it clear he's abundantly gone off a deep end. Her tank survived the attempt on his life, is able to stop Cypher and bring Neo and Trinity back. Even though Tank wants to pull a plug Morpheus before the agents can torture him, Neo instead decides to storm the compound which being to rescue him. Even though Smith's speech towards Morpheus is at odds with other biology, it seems that Hugo Weaving has played many other roles that so distinct with me since this series. Elrond, Live Action Megatron, the Red Skull, and so on and so forth. So, Neo and Trinity load up a large arsenal of weapons, and they fight their way through the lobby. This is probably one of the best action scenes on this movie, but also many action films I've seen in my lifetime. Still find it somewhat amusing that this scene gives out the Australian filming location since the LA Buttons referred to as a lift. I think CinemaSins pointed this out as well, since that's the narrator's favorite film. It also turns out the major consideration of visual effects had to be done to get just the right shot with Neo and Trinity blow up the elevator. All the fight on the roof of the compound is one of many great pieces of work from Wachowski's frequent visual effects supervisor John Gaeta. Neo and Trinity commandeer a helicopter on the roof to rescue Morpheus, blast away inside with a minigun. The Morpheus is wounded in the escape attempt, Neo and Trinity will get him out in the nick of time. It's also really trippy how the chopper is rolled inside the building right before it explodes, man. This film has many stylistic similarities to anime, and it definitely makes more faithful live-action remake Ghost in the Shell than this year's infamous bomb. And we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Still, probably not doing it before I do the original. Morpheus and Trinity will get back into the real world. Neo is attacked by Smith and forced to find confrontation in an old subway station. While Smith's a formidable opponent, Neo isn't giving up until he escapes. At that moment, signals upon ship as Neo tries to escape from the junction at Wabash and Lake. This leads Neo back to the hotel in the beginning of the movie, but Smith shoots him. The Sentinels close in Trinity finds with True Love's kiss, and Neo truly awakens as the One. Its power is dissolving, allowing Smith and raw data. Neo awakens as the ship is able to deactivate the EMP just in time. So, before Neo flies off in the city and the credits roll to wake up the machine, we hear this closed narration from Neo. I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. Afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to have this fun. I'm going to show all these people what you don't want them to see. A world without you. Without rules, controls, without borders, boundaries, or everything is possible. We go from there. It's choice I leave to you. So, that's The Matrix. While I agree that once day they want to be a part of their time, I find the film at home what it has to say about the human mind and the machine age is every as relevant now as it was as 1999, if not more so. Every time I put this movie on, I can come visually special effects and see how it proves to be insightful. So I actually know how it plays both the human mind and sheer thrill. While the original Total Recall did the beginning of the 1990s, this film did for the end of it, making $171 million in the US and $463 million worldwide and $63 million budget. It was most successful in 1999. Superman compared to Star Wars' most influential films of its time. Its initial release, the film bumped up a couple months before competition with Phantom Menace when it was released. Chuck Wallace returned when I wanted to do a 1000th episode. I'm glad I decided doing on this. My 5 ratings was out of 4. I want to thank you all for helping me get this far. I have more planned in the time ahead of me. I hope to continue to share with you all. Bang.